Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today there's a brand new WCW event. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot there just in case I want to use that as the thumbnail. And let's see. Enter the world of World Championship Wrestling. A new set of WCW cards are available starting right now. So very, very cool. We've only got 20 hours and 55 minutes left of the SummerSlam Rocks event, which is not very long at all. We have also completed the Team Road to Glory. We've got ourselves the Nikki Bella, Naomi, Stephanie McClure, Tori Wilson, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and Kairi Sane, which of course ends in 55 minutes. And it looks like we don't have anything else at the moment. It seems that we are going to be getting... Oh, that's quite cool. We'll take a look at that in a second. Seems like we're going to be getting Codebreaker this week, although the daily login doesn't show us because it's hidden by this little bit image here, but I think it's going to be that. So let's see what our various different gifts are today. So we've got the free bonus pack, which let's take a look at it. It has a bonus chance of one of the following, a 1% bonus chance, and from this you can get yourself Bill Goldberg himself. Goldberg. You can get yourself Meng, Medusa, of course Made USA, the Alundra Blaze, Big Van Vader. That's quite cool that it's not just Vader, it's Big Van Vader. That's very, very cool indeed. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Bull Nakano, Booker T, Stevie Ray, and of course Jacqueline. So that is very, very cool, and you can see there's different percentage chances of each of them. It seems that the Medusa, Meng, and Goldberg are the hardest ones to pull, but the Jacqueline is the easiest one to pull from this. It's also going to give us 5 rare draft picks and 25 draft picks as well. So let's go ahead and claim this and see what we get. Seems we didn't get anything. We got 5 rarity draft picks and we got 25 draft picks. So we can see if we can get anything off the rarity draft board as well. We've got 5 of these. It's a WrestleMania 41 ladder. Tommaso Ciampa. The undisputed WWE Universal Championship, also known as the Uwu Championship. And we'll go for this one in the top right. And it looks like we've got a big Yeet Uso himself from Unhinged here. And I don't think we need any of those, so I think we can dust all those guys off. Let's get these little draft picks out of the way as well. And then I think we're going to do the last of our free games before the SummerSlam Rocks event disappears. Okay, I think we can dust almost all of that. I think we got one SummerSlam card, which was Nikki Cross. And the rest can indeed be dusted. Gives us another rare draft pick. So I think we'll go for the one in the middle of our little TIE fighter that we've got up in the top left. Looks like a TIE fighter from Star Wars. There's the Advocate Paul Heyman. So again, we don't need, so we're going to go ahead and dust that one as well. And let's continue looking at the store. Oh, so Bunches of Punches have shown up now. So we still have all the other games, but Bunches of Punches has now shown up, which gives you a chance at something. It looks like this is just a random SummerSlam 25 card. But the second one, oh, you can get the Manager Harley Race. That's very cool. And Big Van Vader. And then on number 3, you can get the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Bill Goldberg as well. So very cool indeed. Let's go ahead and try our free punch and see what we can get. We've got quite a few to choose from. I'm just going to go for this one. Got 100 credits. That's pretty cool. Do you want to get 2 more punches for 350 credits? I think I'll leave that one for just now. It is better to get them in-game than it is to get them here because, of course, 3 punches cost 550, so it is a bit cheaper when you're actually in the game playing than getting them outside. Let's do what I think is probably the last walk the ropes that we'll have for a while, or at least it'll be the last of the Trish Stratus walk the ropes. Oh, we just managed to miss everything good there. That does KO us, and we are just going to go ahead and claim an exit on that one. Oh, we've got another walk the ropes. Looks like we've got 2 shots at it. So this might be the last time that we get these little events for a while. Oh my god, we're not going to do the exact same thing again, are we? Okay, a 1 would be nice here. Oh my goodness, we went right over it. We're getting a whole lot of SummerSlam cards though. And that will KO us. Seems to magnetize us to those. Lights out, we've got 2 free chances here. So for the final time, will we get anything from Lights Out? Well, it seems to be going pretty well so far. We are just so close to so many. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. I mean, the only one that wouldn't have given us a line would have been the Austin Theory. Or is that Grayson Waller? I think it's Grayson Waller, actually. It's not Austin Theory. But yeah, every other card that we would have got there would have given us a reward. And of course we get to do that one again. Wow, what an excellent start. We got 1 from the first 8 picks. Well, that was terrible. We only got 4 there out of all of them. So once again, just goes to show that Lights Out was absolutely horrendous from start to finish. Blockbuster, we've got 2 free of these. These ones can be good. We have got quite a few Rey Mysterios from this. Okay. Oh, interesting. Well, we can clear out that one at least. And we're going to go ahead and claim an exit with that one. Oh, new card discovered. Which is the guitar. SummerSlam 25 guitar. That is very cool. We haven't pulled that before. So we're going to lock that one down. And let's jump back into our last of the blocker busters. I have really enjoyed this little blocker buster mode. Okay, so we've got one there. So the gold belt is either going across the bottom here or it's going across the top here, because that's only 2 spaces, that's only 2 spaces, that's only 2 spaces. It could also be going up and down the way here. So I don't think it matters what we do here. I don't think we're going to be able to get the gold belt. So we're just going to go ahead and do that and then claim an exit. And our silver belt pack. And there we are. And now the last one we have to do is our last 2 gauntlets, which right at the end still has the lower percentage of 15%, which is a dreadful, and we're going to go with the final boss, the People's Champion, the Great One, The Rock. So I can either take a -11 in toughness and a peak, or a -11 in toughness and a pack, or I can take either -5 toughness or -5 speed. Although this one on the right gives a peak or a pack. I think I'm going to go for the right one then. Okay, we got the pack. So there's only one way forward, so we have to might as well go for this one. We want the 5. So that was +5 as opposed to -5. I did wonder because it didn't have the minus next to it. And I was thinking, oh, I've not seen that before. That is very, very cool. Now there's a lot of -21s and -16 in toughness that will completely eliminate us. So we're going to go on the left-hand side and hope for the best. I know we've got the peak, we're not going to use it. Okay, we got the pack as well, which is excellent. And we can claim this next pack. And now we've got a 50-50 of either getting the -5 toughness, which we can survive, or another pack. Okay, that's fine. Now, once we get to that part there, it's -21 power or the pack. If we get the -21 power, it'll eliminate us anyway. But if we get the pack, that would be very, very good. Then we have to decide which -11 we're going to take before we continue. So we don't know anything here. Whatever we take, we're going to have to take the next one as well. I'm going to save my peak for this final top row here. So let's just try the one on the right. Okay, we can take the -5 in power. And now let's continue. -5 in power and -5 in speed, which we can't do anything about. Now, if we get the -21, it will eliminate us, but if we get the pack, then we can continue, and we can take the -11 in speed and the pack, and we can see what the next one is from there. Now, that is an elimination for us. I know that we could spend the 100 credits to continue, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to allow that to be our prize. So we didn't get anything from the 1% pack. Or from the 1.5% pack, this is a 3% chance. This is also a 3% chance. Which we didn't get anything, but we didn't spend any credits either, so I'm quite satisfied with that. And we have one more chance, one final chance at the Gauntlet. See if we can get ourselves another Razor Ramon. And this time we're doing it with Dominic Mysterio. So let's see, we've got minus 16 and the... Is that the 7% pack? Oh, okay, that's a 1.5% pack. Minus 11 and the 1% pack. Minus 5 in Charisma or Toughness, or we can take the Mystery one. I'm going to go with the Mystery one. Okay, we've got a peak and minus 5 Toughness. We have to continue with this, and neither of them will eliminate us. Minus 5 in Power was the preferred one. Now, we absolutely want to stay away from that minus 16 speed and minus 16 power. That is dreadful. We also want to stay away from the minus 16 speed and the pack up there. So we want to go to the right. I just don't know whether I want to go to the middle or to the right. Let's use the peak here and see what this one is. Okay, so it's either a peak or minus 5 in toughness, which we could accept. Or we can go on the right, which we don't know what that is. Let's take the chance on this one. Oh my goodness, that is going to eliminate us. My goodness. And that was rather unfortunate. We're just going to go ahead and claim an exit there. And we didn't get anything. We didn't get the last Razor Ramon, unfortunately. We're going to have to be satisfied with that. So let's now continue to take a look at the other packs here. We've got a few WCW ones, so let's take a quick look at these. So there's the Prime, which has a 30% chance of having a WCW card. Costs 2,500 credits, which is quite a lot though. The Thunder, which is a 7% chance at a WCW card. This one is only 3% chance at WCW card. And then there is the CM Punk cards that you can still get yourself. Now, there was a new quest, so let's take a quick look at this. This is the Streak of 83 quest, which completing it will give you the American Dream. American Dream. Dun, 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 dun. Just a common man, working hard with his hands. Of course, that wasn't his theme in WCW, that was his WWE theme, but regardless. So we need to play 75 PvP games again. Oh my god, we just did this! And it will give a bonus chance of one of these. We don't know what the bonus chance is. Open a card pack 50 times, it gives you a SummerSlam 25 card. Use your super move 20 times. Oh, and it contains one of each of the following. So you get yourself the Eric Bischoff Manager, which is 5,940 charisma to deck. That's very cool. Old school WCW Nitro. And you also get the Manager Harley Race, which is 5,940 toughness to deck. Very cool pack indeed. For winning a game of Boom, gives you a bonus chance of one of these. And then resetting the draft board 50 times gives you 500 super coins. So that is pretty cool. It's nice to see a whole bunch of WCW guys. And how long is it until we get the next bunches of punches? It is every 12 hours, it seems, that you get one. And over in SummerSlam Rocks, we now have 108 of these. We are going to do them on camera this time, because it will be the last time that we do them. And let's take a quick look at our rewards here. We've got our new daily streak, which has a 10% chance at the Luchador card, which we didn't get. We've got 100 credits. So you can get 100 free credits right now by doing the daily streak. And the web pack, oh, we've got the currency collector. 500 super coins. and so on. So there's only 20 hours and 35 minutes left in SummerSlam Rocks, which means that our Fusion doesn't have very long left in it either. So let's go ahead and claim this one. We only got a WrestleMania 41 Alex Shelley from it. So we've got 1,002 of these, and unfortunately we are still waiting a day and 14 hours, but I don't think there's that long left. Oh no, the Fusion promo ends in 7 days and 22 hours, so okay. So you still have a bit of time after SummerSlam Rocks ends to get your guaranteed SummerSlam 25 cards. So that is pretty cool. Let's take a look at our has equipment. Okay, so Julia has leveled this up. Oh, into plus charisma. That's good. It's always good when it gives the thing that you're after. And I believe we can actually make some pros as well. So let's go ahead and go into our combinables. We can indeed make our pro, the double heroic main event Yeet Uso himself. 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. And yes, they are both at level 100, both have the 100 matches and have their 10 variants, which you don't need the variants, but it's always nice to have. And let's go ahead and combine. And there is our double heroic Jey Uso. And we're going to level him up to level 100 as well. I believe we can also make the pro of the 11-year anniversary Rhea Ripley. Now these ones don't have their variants, but you don't need the variants before proing them. You can get the variants afterwards and it will still give you the same stats. So let's go ahead and combine our Rhea Bloody Ripleys. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot that one. That's just the image that I'm using for Rhea, with the tongue out, which reminds me a bit of Dominic's Intercontinental Championship. And the Julias, I am leveling up the second Julia for the Pro Battle Pass Julia, which will happen in a later video. But right now we need to go to Trainable, and we're going to lock down Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley. And let's go into the Performance Center here. Oh, we need to go to Trainable. And let's start with Jey Uso. And we'll train using some of our new cards that we just got. So go ahead and select all and see if there's anything that we can make pros of. So I'm just looking at the stars on the right hand side here. Level 104, which is enough. And next up is going to be Rhea. And let's go ahead and select everything that isn't a SummerSlam card. And we'll see if there's anything here that needs to be pro'd. It only does 6 levels, but we're just doing it to kind of clear up a bit of space. And now we're going to go for the Valor cards. That's probably enough. Yep, that is complete. And lastly, we'll do Tank Ledger here. And our Braun Breaker. There we go, that's enough for them. Let's do Roxanne Perez next. and Uncle Howdy. And there we go, we've managed to clear ourselves down to 554 over 500, but we're going to be using quite a few in the SummerSlam Rocks. But meanwhile, let's take a quick look at our recent, and there we can see the stats of our double heroic Jey Uso. He's got 5 of his 10 variants, because both of our cards had their maxed out variant, so it gives you basically a quarter each time, so you still have to get the other 5. But his current stats are 79.18 thousand in toughness, 88.08 thousand in power, 93.85 thousand in speed, and a whopping 98.92 thousand in charisma, which is huge, as he should have over 100,000 in charisma at least by the time we get the 100 matches in the remaining 5 variants. And there you can see there's our Rhea Ripley, who has 68.29 thousand in speed, 76.09 in charisma, 79.31 in toughness, and 85.74 in power. And those will go right up once we get those variants and the matches done for her as well. You can see the Dragon Lee's doing a little bit better, he's a little bit stronger, but he does have 5 of his variants. This is of course the fusion of Dragon Lee, and he has 70.59 thousand in power, 73.64 thousand in toughness, 85.14 thousand in charisma, and 86.54 thousand in speed, all of which will go up once we get the 100 matches in the 5 variants. And then lastly, we've got our Ron Killings over here, who has 71.41 thousand in power, 72.18 thousand in toughness, 75.64 thousand in speed, and 80.6 thousand in charisma. So those are all very, very strong, and you can even see that Julia is coming up there, but she does of course have her equipment attached to her that is boosting her charisma quite a bit. But once we get the Pro, that's going to be very, very strong indeed as well. So let's, for the last time, because the event ends in 20 hours and 28 minutes, do SummerSlam Rocks and see what we can get from these last few of these. Oh, we do need to go to the Superstore first because we have maxed out our Super Coins. And I think it's the mixed bag we're going to go to. Well, the case grab has been updated apparently. The case grab now has the Money in the Bank cards and the Unhinged cards. Or the Evolution cards, sorry. So that is quite cool. Those are the Unhinged cards. I think it only went up to WrestleMania 41 beforehand, so these have been updated. And let's see, is Mixed Bag? It says Mixed Bag has also been updated. Oh, so we can now get the chance of pulling the foil of these cards. It doesn't tell you what the information is on them. So that is pretty cool. You can get the Shaquille O'Neal, you can get the Steve Austin such as well. That is quite a lot of cards, to say the least. So I think we'll try the mixed bag. If we can get one of these foils, that would be very, very nice looking. Unfortunately, it doesn't help out in the current deck, because everything's all SummerSlam 25, but it would be very, very nice to have. It would be very, very cool to see it. Oh, well, we did get the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, but it's the Saturday Night Main Event Cody Rhodes from Legion Tier, which we've already got the Pro of. Let's go ahead and get a second one. Ah, there is the Abyss as well. And the Rhea Ripley, of course, we've seen before. I was tempted to get another one, but I think we'll leave it at that. Let's go ahead and use the SummerSlam Rocks. Remember that we will be getting the new Clash in Paris PLE cards very, very soon. After I do this game, I will take a look at them. So we're trying to go for the hands But I'm only going to go for the first one. I'm just going to leave the other ones up to fate. Yeah, we do need to try and find some SummerSlam Rey Mysterios as well. Which comes from the music note. So that we can make the Fortified 3 of our foil Rey Mysterio. I mean, the foil cards are really just for fun. If you can get one in the current tier, it does have an added stat boost, so they do become a little bit stronger. Just going to check and make sure that I don't have any Rey Mysterios here that I can use. No, okay, we don't. It's the SummerSlam 21 that we need, so... If we pull any, we will have to use them to fortify our little Rey Mysterio. So let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of SummerSlam Rocks? Oh, why did I choose the skull? That was a throwback. For some reason, when we were first playing SummerSlam Rocks, it was the skull that I was going for, because that gives you the most SummerSlam cards, so you can keep playing. And apparently my mind just threw back to that for a second there. But lately we've just been going after the little hands because they give you the super coins that you can use to try and fill up your little super coin meter. I'm really tempted to just go for a music note, just try and get Rey Mysterio. I decided to take it. Okay, this is the wrong Rey Mysterio. We need the SummerSlam 21 one, the same as the Chad Gable here. I think I'm going to go after the music notes actually, because if we don't get them just now, then I don't think we'll be able to get these SummerSlam 21 Rey Mysterios easily anytime in the future. Those are the wrong Rey Mysterios. Whole load of Chad Gables, of course. Oh, we completed the pack rat objective. Let's go ahead and claim this objective here. An Ivy Nile. Lock that down for just now. We'll leave those for the time being. Now, I did say earlier that I was going to take the Superstore, so it's 1 day and 22 hours that we will get the brand new Clash in Paris PLE cards. Now, generally it tends to be the winners of the matches that go into the PLE store, but the ones that didn't win will show up on the backstage store. So, for example, there might be a Clash in Paris Becky Lynch, but if you want the Nikki Bella who lost the match, you would need to go to the backstage store. And I'm not sure what other ones they might have in there. There might be a Clash in Paris John Cena with a Logan Paul showing up in the PLE store. There might even be a Clash in Paris Seth Rollins, and there might be an LA Knight, Jey Uso, and CM Punk all in the backstage. So you can never really tell. It depends on what matches WWE Supercard want to go for. It might even be Rusev and Sheamus in the backstage. Well, Rusev in the PLE store and Sheamus in the backstage store. You can never tell what matches that they're going to go with. Could even be the tag title matches, where we could see the Wyatt Six of Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, and Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins in the backstage. Yes, this is the Rey Mysterio we want. We want to see more of those. And unfortunately that is the wrong Rey Mysterio, that's the other one. So now let's go ahead, before we accidentally go using up that Rey Mysterio. If I just go to mail and go to this one, there we go. And I can now fortify a Rey Mysterio, and we'll take Overrun. And he is now an F1. So we need to get 2 more of that Rey Mysterio so that we can make him F3 alongside Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. So it's the music notes we're going to try and hit here. There's a nice easy one right off the bat. Yes, we only need 1 more. And there it is. And we managed to get a SummerSlam Jade Cargill out of it as well. And now let's fortify our Rey Mysterio. We'll continue with Overrun. And we'll train him using this Rhea Ripley. And there he is at Fortified 3. He has 105 across all of his stats, and he gives +2 speed and charisma using the 619, which means that he joins the exact same stats as Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. There's the 3 of them all there. Those are the 3 foils that we managed to pull from SummerSlam Rocks. We only pulled those 3 foils. Those were the only ones we managed to get. But there is plenty that you can get. But the foils do seem to be significantly rarer than the Eddie Guerrero and the Dominic Mysterios. Of which I think we've got 2 F3s of both of them. And now we're just going to go for the super coins once again. And did we max out our super coins there? No, not yet. But we're getting very, very close to it. Not even sure what I was aiming for there. Okay, now we've reached the maximum of the superstore. And I think we're going to go for another mixed bag here. Oh, well. There is the Money in the Bank cards and the Evolution cards. But I think the Money in the Bank and the Evolution cards will be like the rarest ones. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you the percentage chance of them. But I am really tempted by getting the Pro of the Cody Rhodes. Because we never got the Pro of the Cody Rhodes. We also didn't get the Pro of the Rey Fenix either. We only got one of each of those. And you can get the regular versions of them as well. Like there's the regular Rey Fenix and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. Well, if we can get the foils, that would be very, very cool. So let's go ahead and try it. Oh, we got a Ravishing Rick Rude, which we can actually make a Pro of. And we will do that right now, actually. I think he is Pharaoh. And there we are. There is the Pro of the Saturday Night Main Event, Ravishing Rick Rude, who of course is another person that went to WCW. So, very thematical for today. And we've got 37 left, which means we can do at least 4. Because we're guaranteed to get at least 3 SummerSlam cards from whatever it is that we get here. Oh, and we pulled another Dominic Mysterio. Okay, we're going to lock that one down. That's another Pro Dominic Mysterio. Now, so long as we get 1 skull, we should be able to do 4 more of these. I think it would be really nice if Supercard just always had something like this running. You know, some kind of event where you can just play it on a daily basis and get various different rewards from it. Okay, so we're on 16. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to choose to get a skull first. Because if we don't, we get 3 regular packs, we'd only be on 9, whereas the skull gives us 3, so that means that we're definitely getting 1 more chance at this. It is still the hands that I prefer, I just missed that one. And we got a skull anyway. We're on 13 now. So if we get 2 skulls here, that would be 6. Then plus 1 would be 7, which means we could do 1 more. So let's try it, shall we? Okay, so I want to try and get a skull here. Okay, got it. So we've got one more chance. Because we should have exactly 10. And this will be the last SummerSlam Rocks that big old Grand Cat does. And we're going to go for the hands again. Just missed it. And that puts us just over 150,000 once again. And that is us. That is us done. We maxed out the mini collection. We maxed out the mega collection. We've got all of the rewards. Let's take a quick look and see exactly what we've managed to get from SummerSlam Rocks. So we've got an F3 Dominic Mysterio. We got the F3 Rey Mysterio from Blockbuster. We managed to get the Mega Collection finish, which gave us the Zelina Vega. We got a second F3 Dominic Mysterio. We got an F3 and an F1 Eddie Guerrero. We got an F2 of Razor Ramon from the Gauntlet. We got the Pro of the Batista from the Mini Collections. We also managed to get the Pro JC Jane from the Lights Out, although I didn't pull any from Lights Out. We got the Fortified 1 of Trish Stratus from Walk the Ropes, except forgetting what the name of the event was. And we've also got the Battle Pass John Cena. We've got the Battle Pass of Julia, still to Pro. Oh, we did pull another Rey Mysterio, but we never got the Pro of him. We've also got another Pro Dominic Mysterio in the way, so we've actually pulled 12 Dominic Mysterios, which is incredible. We managed to pull 8 Eddie Guerreros. And we've of course also got the Pro of the 11-year anniversary Rhea Ripley. We've got the Pro of the 11-year anniversary Roman Reigns. And we've got 2 of the limited edition CM Punks, as well as the campaign mode, which gave us the British Bulldog limited edition. And then the rest are events or PLEs, which we've got the Double Heroic Finn Balor, we've got the Double Heroic Jey Uso, we've got the PvP event Becky Lynch, and of course we've got the 2 PLE pros of Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. So overall, this has been a very, very tremendous tier, I would say. Been a very, very cool tier, SummerSlam 25. Certainly been one of my more enjoyable tiers as of late, very recently. And I think that W Supercard have been doing a tremendous job and have been knocking it out of the park. And we've now got this, which has the 20% chance of getting all of the WCW cards. I'm not sure if I'm going to go after all of them, because there is quite a lot there, and it's quite a lot to Pro. But I do really like the fact that the quest, the quest gives you the Dusty Rhodes, but the quest also gives you this guaranteed Eric Bischoff and Harley Race. And I would really like to know where you get the Pro of that Eric Bischoff, because that would be a very cool card to have. And yes, I think that is it for SummerSlam Rocks. You still have 20 hours and 6 minutes left, but of course, you won't get anything else from the Walk the Ropes or Lights Out or any of that kind of thing, because those are all part of the SummerSlam Rocks event. And now that we've got the bunches of punches for the Goldberg, I think you're going to see a lot more themed WCW things rather than the SummerSlam Rocks cards and the Championship cards that we've been up to with this current point. The other thing to note is in the daily login that when we get to Wednesday the 17th, that should be when the new tier drops. Now, we don't know what the new tier drop is called, but because it involves tarot cards, I have been dubbing it Mystic Tier. And we can see how close or how far away Big Ol' Grandcat was from guessing the correct name when we get closer to the time. But Mystic Tier is what I have dubbed it until we have a correct name for it. But there we are, folks. That is now going to be it for this little video. And I really hope that you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.